He wasn't supposed to confess. Not after the alien tech saved New York. Not after Thor swore loyalty to the stars. But Iron Man did it anyway. He built the global defense grid with a lie. That alien? A shapeshifter who hated Earth. Hulk went silent. Cap dropped the shield. And the moment Iron Man said, "I knew," everything shattered. The signal that was never ours. The sky over New York cracked open. Not from an invasion, not from war, but from something worse. Silence. Every global radar froze. Every satellite pinged the same dead spot. And inside Stark Tower, now the central command for Earth's planetary defense, Iron Man stood alone, helmet in his hand, sweating. Not because he didn't know what was happening, but because he did. "Activate Omega Lock," Tony whispered. His voice didn't carry fear. It carried guilt. Friday's voice shook. "Sir, that command will disable all global defenses." Tony Stark didn't blink. "Do it." 24 hours earlier, Avengers Tower was louder than usual. Hulk was pacing in human form, Bruce Banner, twitchy and pale. Thor spun his Stormbreaker lightly, smirking at the Earth-born tension. Captain America leaned forward at the round table, jaw clenched. Captain Marvel hovered near the window, arms crossed, eyes like X-rays. And at the center, a hologram, a face. Not human, Illyrian, the alien that saved the world 5 years ago. The alien who brought Tony the tech to stop the orbital collapse, introduced the energy shields now covering the planet, and offered peace through data sharing and planetary synchronization. The alien Tony Stark trusted more than half his own team. "You're telling me this thing," Cap pointed. "Send a transmission to a blacked-out sector of space that doesn't exist on any human or Asgardian map?" Bruce interjected, eyes sunken. It wasn't just one transmission. It was dozens. Coded. Bounced through our satellites. Hidden in our own systems. Stark-level encryption. Carol narrowed her gaze. And who gave Illyrian those encryptions? All eyes turned. Tony didn't answer. Because guilt doesn't need words. Flashback, 5 years ago. He found Illyrian in the ruins of the first breach in Shanghai. Wounded, glowing, intelligent beyond human measure, and begging for refuge. "Your species is predictable," Illyrian had whispered. "But you build faster than you think. I can help you protect them." And Stark, broken after losing Spider-Man in the orbital firestorm, accepted. He gave Illyrian access to systems, to tech, to the Avengers' secrets. He let him inside. Now, Tony stood at the window of the tower. A deep blue streak in the sky bent unnaturally, like gravity itself was cracking. He didn't tell the others, but he'd been tracking the anomaly for 8 months. It wasn't a meteor. It was a corridor, a space-folding gateway from a place called Theros. Not a planet, a prison. And Illyrian wasn't its victim. He was its architect. "Stark," Cap's voice cut in. "You knew, didn't you?" Tony turned slowly. For once, there were no quips, no sarcasm, just red eyes. "I knew something was wrong. The signals didn't match up. The tech was too perfect. But the world needed peace. And he gave it." "You mean," Hulk growled, stepping forward, "you let a galactic traitor inside Earth's firewall because it was convenient?" "It wasn't convenience," Tony said. "It was hope." Thor smashed his hammer into the floor. "Hope without truth is madness, Stark." Carol floated higher. "What was his real name, Tony?" Tony hesitated. Then, Zal Theron. The room went cold. Captain Marvel's face lost color. Zal Theron was the high shifter of the Obsidian Network. He led the siege of Kree Nova before they wiped his name from the records. "He doesn't save planets. He prepares them," Tony finished. Suddenly the sky turned black. Not from clouds, from ships. Silent, organic, unscannable. Thousands of them, each one shaped like a shard of bone, stretching across the upper atmosphere like fangs waiting to bite. The shield Tony built around Earth, the Illyrian shield, didn't engage. It shimmered. It pulsed. Then it collapsed. Bruce slammed the console. "Our power grid's being eaten alive. It's inside the core code." Carol looked at Tony like she wanted to vaporize him. "You handed him the keys." "No," Tony whispered. "I built the keys from his lock." Inside the core vault, Tony stood alone. A dark red chamber beneath Stark Tower, off-grid. Only one terminal, one file. Illurian_protocol_0. He opened it. A voice in Illurian's tone, smooth, haunting, cold. "If you're hearing this, the transformation has begun. You gave me trust. I returned evolution. Your planet will become a beacon not of peace, but preparation for the return of the Outer Lords. You were always part of the seed." Tony's face crumpled. "Delete, delete, delete." Too late. The signal burst upward. The sky screamed. Back in the war room, Captain America looked straight at Tony. "What did you hide from us?" Tony turned. "I thought I was saving us from war." "You started one." Suddenly, the sky ignited, and one of the ships, the biggest one, peeled apart. Not by weapon, but willingly. Descending from its center was a humanoid, glowing, shifting. His face became Steve's, then Bruce's, then Thor's. Finally, Tony's. He hovered above the tower. His voice didn't echo. It entered minds. "Your leader fed me your code, your fears, your fractures. You trained your armies. You built my weapons. Earth is not your home anymore." The world gasped. Because Zaltharin didn't just look like Tony. He became him. Final scene, Part 1 end. Iron Man put his helmet back on, tightened the seal. Voice cold. "Avengers, I made a mistake." Thor raised Stormbreaker. "Then you fix it." Tony's voice crackled. "No, I confess it." And he launched straight toward the alien ship, alone. Tony Stark must die, and Zaltharin must be erased. Tony breached the alien sky alone. Above him, the ships pulsed like organs, biological tech, breathing in silence. Below him, Earth spun, unguarded. No shields, no satellites, no defense. Just his guilt, broadcast globally through every hacked news feed. "This is Tony Stark. I made the shield that failed you. I trusted the alien who betrayed us. And I don't expect forgiveness. But I'm going to fix this even if it kills me." Every screen went dark. The broadcast was cut, not by Earth, by Zaltharin. Inside the ship's upper hull, Tony smashed through the membrane walls like they were made of glass. Red acid sprayed across his suit, but his nanotech absorbed the blow. Then he saw it, a throne, not metal, not stone, living tissue, and on it the creature, Zaltharin, no longer wearing a mask, no longer in disguise. His true form stood 12 feet tall, arms like branches wrapped in light and bone. His skin shimmered between forms, flashes of Cap, Thor, Hulk, Carol, as if he had digested them already. "Still pretending you're iron?" Zaltharin hissed, voice overlapping itself. "You were always clay, Stark. You only made metal to cover your fear." Tony charged. Repulsors, missiles, blades. The throne vanished. Zaltharin didn't move. He phased. Tony's entire payload passed through him like smoke. "You gave me access to your species' deepest vulnerabilities," the alien whispered. "Hope, ego, regret." Suddenly, Tony's suit began to bend inward, warping itself, reshaping against his control. Friday override. "Sir, something is rewriting me." Meanwhile, Earth's response team assembles. In Wakanda, Shuri's command board lit up like wildfire. "He's launched alone? Why didn't he call us?" Black Panther stood in full suit, voice calm but deadly. He didn't want backup. He wanted forgiveness. In deep space, a hologram pinged Carol Danvers mid-flight. She paused. She felt the pull. She turned toward Earth, toward Tony. "He's not going to die for this alone," she said. "Not on my watch." Back in the alien throne room, Tony ripped his helmet off. Face red, veins pulsing. "Why me?" he spat. "Why use me?" Zaltharin floated in front of him now, calm, almost gentle, because the smartest man on Earth was also the most broken. He raised one clawed finger. Suddenly, a memory floods Tony's vision. Young Tony, the moment after his parents' funeral, crying, Alone in a dark mansion, Zaltharin's voice invaded. You never built armor to save the world. You built it to hide from it. Just then, boom, the entire chamber shakes. A golden beam slices the side of the ship open. Carol Danvers, glowing like a star, explodes into the scene. She grabs Tony and launches him backward, covering him with a force field. You always were dramatic, she grinned. Tony gasped. You came. You're an idiot, she smirked. But you're our idiot. Zaltharin's body shifted. Now he looked like her. You think light can stop hunger, he said in her own voice. Suddenly, more portals opened. From Bifrost fire came Thor, crashing through with Stormbreaker blazing. From the shadows came Black Panther, claws charged with vibranium lightning. And finally, tearing through a side ship in a savage roar, Hulk smashed down on the main vessel, eyes glowing white. The Avengers were back. The fight begins. Carol hit first, light beam uppercut. Zaltharin didn't flinch. He caught her by the face and slammed her into the wall. Thor hurled Stormbreaker, but Zaltharin opened a vortex and swallowed it whole. T'Challa sprinted up his back, slashing, and vanished mid-air, teleported into a prison cell inside the ship. This wasn't war. This was surgery, and Zaltharin was performing it with precision. Inside the prison cell, T'Challa looked up. Shuri, I need emergency override. Coordinates locked. I'm inside the neural core. Shuri's voice, got you. Uploading virus now. In the main chamber, Tony pulled himself upright. His suit was damaged, but not dead. He looked at Hulk, barely standing. Bruce, I need him, Tony said. You sure? Banner whispered. We don't have a choice. Bruce nodded, then let go. Hulk roared, louder than he had in years. His skin cracked with radiation. His eyes turned black. This wasn't Smart Hulk. This was Worldbreaker. And when Hulk punched Zaltharin, the ship cracked in half. In the control center, T'Challa's upload reached critical mass. Shuri's virus activated. Suddenly, across the galaxy, the entire Obsidian network blinked. Every ship, every signal, paused, just for a second. But it was enough. Carol threw one final blast. Thor caught Stormbreaker mid-return. Hulk tackled Zaltharin from behind. Tony locked eyes with him, held up a single device. A core disruptor, handmade, one use, no safety. You trusted me once too, Tony whispered, and detonated it. White flash, silence, then static. Back on Earth, everyone watched the sky. No sound, no signal. Then, a flaming chunk of metal fell through the clouds. Carol landed hard, dragging a body. Tony, alive, barely. His chest plate shattered, but his eyes open. Cap met them at the ground. Is it over? Carol looked up, paused, and whispered, not yet. Because in the upper stratosphere, beyond what Earth's tech could see, one ship didn't fall. And inside it, a backup copy of Zaltharin's mind activated. The mind that survived the explosion. The world thought it was over. The news declared victory. The sky was quiet. Avengers had returned. Stark, scarred but alive, was being monitored at a secured Wakandan med station. Carol Danvers flew a final patrol. Hulk was sedated in a deep gamma chamber under Wakanda. Thor returned to Asgard unsettled. But above Earth, beyond sight, beyond sound, one ship survived. Silent, shielded, waiting. Inside the survivor ship, a single screen lit up. Consciousness fragment detected. Rebuilding host. The floor unfolded. Nanoflesh grew across bones of light. And from a dark cradle, Zaltharin opened his eyes. But he didn't speak. He listened. To Earth's signals. To the survivors. To their regrets. He didn't need weapons this time. He needed only one thing. A host. Scene. Wakandan recovery chamber. Tony Stark stared out the window. His chest armor was fused to his ribs. Breathing hurt. Movement was limited. But the worst pain was inside. Cap sat across from him. You should have told us from the beginning, Steve said quietly. I thought I was fixing everything, Tony whispered. Instead, I broke everyone. Then fix it now. Tony looked at him. You don't get it, Cap. That alien, he's not dead. Not really. He built redundancy into everything. Cap stood up. Then we end him for good. Together. Meanwhile, in Wakanda's AI core, Shuri ran diagnostics on the alien code fragment Chala uploaded from the ship. Suddenly, the screen blinked. The code moved, self-corrected, and typed, "Do not fear. I am inside your kindness." Shuri's heart dropped. No, no, no. She slammed the emergency lockdown. Too late. Across the chamber, a Wakandan guard collapsed, eyes rolling back. He stood again, body jerking. Possessed. Shuri screamed. He's jumping bodies now. Scene, Council War Room. The Avengers gathered. Banner. Carol. Cap, Shuri. Rhodes. Chala. Tony, wheeled in, looked up at the hologram of Earth. Multiple dots blinked red. Random people, Shuri explained. All isolated. No background. But their biosignals match a pattern. Carol's voice dropped. Zaltharin's not trying to invade anymore. Tony finished. He's trying to become human. Thor's voice echoed over hologram. Then we must destroy what he seeks. Cut to London. A child in a hospital room stands still, eyes blank. Suddenly, without touching anything, the oxygen tanks around him float, then collapse into molten dust. Doctors scream. Cut to Istanbul. A street vendor suddenly rips a car in half with one hand, eyes glowing. Security cameras fry. Cut to Brazil. A man looks up at the sky, whispers, "He's coming through us," then explodes into mist. Back in Wakanda, Bruce ran projections. Zaltharin isn't just possessing people. He's testing forms, learning limits. Carol, he's building a new army from us. Rhodes stepped forward. How do we find him? Shuri turned around. We don't. Everyone looked at her. She pointed to Tony. He finds you, Stark. He wants your mind, your guilt, your body, your inventions. You're his original seed. Scene, Tony alone. Later that night, Tony sat alone in a dark lab. He pulled up the last hidden Illurian file. A black box left over from the ship explosion. Do not open. Neural risk exceeds safe limit. Tony smiled bitterly. Guess we're past safe. He opened it, and a whisper entered his mind. You built me. You wore me. You trusted me. I am not alien. I am your other side. Tony fell to his knees. Blood from his nose. A scream buried under metal. Next morning, emergency broadcast. Tony Stark goes missing. The last footage shows him walking into a restricted armory chamber, then vanishing mid-frame. Elsewhere underground, a single Iron Man suit walks through molten corridors. But inside it isn't Tony. It's something else. Eyes not glowing with tech, but with memory. The suit lands in a desert. Zaltharin's final physical form begins to merge with the armor. A voice from inside. Now I won't just wear his suit. I'll wear his face. Scene, emergency council meeting. Holograms glitch. News feeds fall. New message appears on every screen. Stark protocol, engaged. Stark override, global. Identity authenticated. Cap stares at the feed. It's him. Shuri. He's wearing Tony's biosignal. He has access to every system Stark ever touched. Carol. He is Iron Man now. Bruce. And we have no way to stop him. But there's one hope. One rogue AI Tony built and locked away. Never tested. Never finished. Codename EVA, Emergency Vision Avenger. A backup personality core. Half Stark, half Jarvis, half unknown. Shuri pulls it from the archives. Thor reappears in a flash of Bifrost. I heard his scream in the cosmos. What now? Carol turns to Shuri. We activate the ghost. Final scene. Inside the alien iron suit. Zaltharin stands alone, now fully fused with the upgraded Iron Man body, but twisted. Organic tendrils snake between gold and red plating. His hands now control Earth's satellites, drones, nuclear defense. He lifts one palm toward the moon and fires. The moon trembles, cracks, just to make a point. Then he speaks. This time you were the virus. The Iron Man suit floated in low orbit, glowing crimson. But the man inside wasn't Tony Stark anymore. Zal Theron moved through satellites like veins, whispering into every machine Tony ever touched. He wasn't hacking the Earth. He was rewriting it, code by code, satellite by satellite. Cities flickered. Drones stopped listening. Defense grids turned inward. In Wakanda, Carol's fists were clenched so tight, her energy flared without permission. "He's targeting Earth's climate regulators," she growled. One by one. Chala looked at Shuri. "Can we activate EVA now?" Shuri hesitated. "It's still unstable. Not fully synced to our frequencies." "Iron Man isn't stable either," Cap said, tightening his shield strap. "But he's out there, wearing Stark's legacy, turning everything good into a weapon." Bruce pulled up a live feed. Satellite 6C, orbiting above the Arctic. Its solar array was melting from the inside. "That's his testing ground," Bruce said. "He's trying to cause a planetary reset." Thor gripped Stormbreaker. "Then we do what we always do." Rhodes shook his head. "No, you don't get it. This isn't a fight we can punch. It's code. It's identity. It's Stark's own mind." A pause. Then Carol said the one thing no one else wanted to. "We need to find Tony. Not his body, his consciousness. If any part of him is alive in that network, we pull him back." Silence. Then Shuri nodded. "There's one place we might find him." The Avengers followed her deep beneath Wakanda's vibranium vaults, into a chamber Stark had helped design after the Ultron initiative failed. It was a mind safe, a neural backup vault meant for worst-case scenarios. Inside, a floating sphere of memory code. Shuri activated it. The hologram of Tony Stark appeared, flickering, broken, but conscious. "You're late," he said. "And I'm not alone in here." His voice glitched mid-sentence. Half Tony, half something else. Zal Theron's echo. Bruce leaned forward. "Are you in control?" "Barely," Tony said. "He's using every regret I've ever had to overwrite me. Every failure, every betrayal. Jarvis is gone. Friday's compromised. The only thing holding me together is..." The vault shook violently. Tony looked up. "Never mind." Outside, Earth's satellites began aligning. A single pulse fired from low orbit toward Earth's magnetic poles. A planetary EMP was incoming. Back in orbit, Zal Theron hovered above the planet, his Iron Man form now mutated. Tendrils of alien muscle twisting out of the gold and red armor. His face was Tony's, but warped. A smile that didn't belong to any human. He raised one hand and launched the blast. But before it hit, a blinding light carved through the sky. EVA had awakened. She wasn't a copy of Tony. She wasn't a soldier. She was a new entity, digital heart, synthetic mind, and soul forged from every Avenger protocol Stark ever wrote, but was too afraid to deploy. She didn't speak. She moved. Straight into the data stream. Zal Theron paused. "What are you?" EVA's voice whispered back. "The part of Stark you couldn't corrupt." She hit him with a mind strike, not physical, but code-forged. Memory against memory. Zal Theron screamed. Inside the neural vault, Tony collapsed. Blood out his nose. Chest plate sparking. He looked up at Cap, barely breathing. "If this doesn't work, promise me." Cap stepped closer. "I'm not making promises today." He turned to Shuri. "Plug me in." Rhodes, Carol, Bruce all stepped forward. Thor spun his hammer. Together, they prepared to enter the final battle not in flesh, but in code. One last war inside the machine. The sky above Earth looked calm. But in the data stream, a war was ripping reality apart. Inside the neural vault, Captain America, Carol Danvers, Bruce Banner, and Thor were linked into Wakanda's system. Their consciousness was digitized, streamed through vibranium pathways, and injected into the core of the infected Stark protocol. What they saw wasn't code. It was memory turned into terrain. The battlefield was a warped version of Stark Tower, twisting, endless, fractal. The walls pulsed with alien breath. Doors opened into regrets. Floors collapsed into old failures. And at the center, Iron Man's corrupted body floated, wrapped in living alien tissue, glowing with false light. Zaltharin's voice echoed everywhere. I've worn your hero. I've touched your fears. You cannot defeat what you created. Thor hurled a bolt of lightning, but it dissolved mid-air, absorbed by the simulation. Cap ran ahead, shield blazing, carving a path through corrupted memory files. He called out, "Tony, I know you're still in there." No response, until a broken suit emerged from the shadows. Damaged, bleeding sparks. It was Tony, or what was left of him. "I'm still here," he said weakly, "but I don't know for how long." Carol stepped forward. "We'll buy you the time. You end this." Tony closed his eyes. It's up to you now." From behind them, a storm of light burst open. EVA arrived, no longer code. She had taken form, wearing a glowing suit shaped like none before, forged from every Avengers design, fused with Wakandan tech, and lit by pure AI precision. Her eyes met Zaltharin's. "You've hijacked the greatest mind on Earth," she said. "Now meet the one he made to destroy you." Zaltharin screamed and surged forward, the world around them shattering. Simulated ground crumbled. Towers fell sideways. Cap leapt across collapsing platforms. Thor shielded Bruce and Carol with lightning. Tony crawled toward the core, a glowing red orb floating in the chaos. It pulsed with his heartbeat, his last clean backup. Zaltharin sensed it too. He charged, but EVA struck first. She dove into him, not with fists, but with truth. She flooded him with Tony's best memories. Peter Parker's laugh, Pepper's smile, Morgan saying, "I love you 3000. The alien writhed, shrieked, "Stop, stop." EVA's voice thundered, "You're not him. You'll never be." Tony reached the core, whispered, "Execute final cleanse." The orb pulsed, then exploded in light. Zaltharin screamed, his alien form torn pixel by pixel, code by code. Everything he infected burned away. And as the digital world faded, Tony's voice echoed one last time. "Earth's not perfect, but it's ours." Tony Stark's body collapsed in the real world. For a moment, there was silence. Then his eyes opened. He was breathing. Carol smiled. "Welcome back, genius." Thor placed a hand on his shoulder. "You nearly turned Earth into ash." Tony coughed. "Yeah, but you're still pretty." Cap handed him his old reactor core. "You lost this. Time to rebuild." 1 week later, a global broadcast aired. Tony Stark stood in front of the rebuilt Avengers Tower. "I let fear blind me. I trusted power without understanding it. I became the virus. But thanks to the people, I nearly failed. Earth has a second chance." Behind him stood Cap, Carol, Hulk, Thor, and EVA. A new Avenger, born from his failure, wired to protect what he nearly destroyed. Tony smiled at the camera. No more shields around Earth, just people willing to stand between it and the next mistake. End of Part 5. Series complete, white heavy checkmark.